Keep it going, y'all.
Hey. Hey, everybody. So I'm a really paranoid guy. I think the only reason I'm alive is because I thought the other sperm were chasing me. Believe it or not, sometimes I do these comedy shows and people don't laugh at my jokes, and it breaks my heart. And I told my therapist that. She said, all right, Ryan, here's some Zoloft. And I was like, okay, great. How do I get them to take it? So if your drinks taste a little funny, that's me. It's like my calling card. You guys ever hear your cell phone go off, but it turns out it's just you crying? Just me. I had to send this text message to my mom the other day. No, Mom, it was a typo. I'm fine. I'm going to kill my elf. Every time I go to IKEA with my wife and I get near a crowd of people, I like to say, let's just buy a crib to remember her by. I'm sorry if that's offensive. I try not to be offensive. Like, for example, I don't have any jokes about 9/11. So I'm always afraid that after a show, someone will approach me and say, I don't like your joke about 9/11 because I died in 9/11. And that would be spooky. Yeah, talking about ghosts. More material. I figured out what you should say to a Klansman if you ever have the pleasure of meeting one. You should look him in his eye slits, and you should say, nice burqa. He'll love it. And then stand your ground. You know, just fuck those cunts. A lot of people have a problem with gay marriage. I don't have a problem with gay marriage. I think it's wonderful. I do have a problem with gay mirages, though. Like when you're out in the middle of the desert and off in the distance you see two men kissing. And then as you approach them, they vanish. And you're like, they got me again. With their gay agenda. I play video games almost exclusively with gay men. I'm not gay myself, but they do have an agenda, turns out. It's to survive the zombie apocalypse, just like me. Fun fact. I think that the guy that wrote that homosexuality is a sin in the Bible just had his heart broken by a really good-looking guy. And he's like, if I can't have him, nobody can. So I'm a pretty socially awkward person. I'm not particularly good with women. I recently went through a breakup. I'm glad that we broke up, though. She's one of these kind of kinky girls. I'm not particularly kinky myself. She liked to talk dirty in the bedroom. My idea of talking dirty is saying things like, no. You know. Stop. You know, quit hitting me. One time she asked me to do a really kinky thing. She asked me to put my penis in her ear. I know. I thought that was strange, so I did it. I asked her how it felt. I'll never forget what she said. She said, what? Can't quite hear you, sweetheart. Got a dick in my ear. How much time do I have left? I should be paying attention to this myself. So professional. 3 minutes, holy shit. Okay. So happy Halloween, everybody. It's Halloween today. And for the sake of this joke, every Halloween I have a tradition where I like to go to my local supermarket and buy razor blades and apples just to see the look of the cashier's face. Then I try to comfort them by saying, oh no, don't worry. I'm just giving children cocaine. Also, I have a horse. That's what the apples are for. You guys hear about this this whole Russian election rig thing with Donald Trump, right? Like that apparently, allegedly, Russians had some sort of involvement. I think it's funny because I remember when Obama was running, all the conservatives were really concerned that he was going to make us all speak Arabic. And I think that's really funny. It's like makes me wonder, how do you say "go fuck yourself" in Russian? That is a joke that I need to work on. It has a lot of words, too many words in that joke, I think. So I've been to a few psychiatric hospitals in my time. I've been to 5. I'm trying to write a book to tell you which ones have the best food. Turns out none of them do. Psych hospitals aren't like what the movies make them out to be. They're not particularly funny places. I remember the funniest thing I'd ever seen in a psych hospital was that someone had been playing Hangman on a whiteboard, and I found it very ironic. Hangman's a really strange game when you think about it. It's a game where you yell out random letters to prevent someone from being hung. I kind of wish it was real. You know, like back when we hung Saddam Hussein, it's the government's job to come up with a really tough word. I'd pick xylophone every time. And it gets weirder from there, too, because you don't start by hanging a regular guy. You start by hanging a multiple amputee. And then you slowly fulfill his dreams of having limbs as you guess the letters wrong. And then you hang him. That's how that joke ends. I like to smoke marijuana. It helps with the pain. You know the pain? You familiar with that? The general pain that just exists fucking constantly. Sometimes I get a little weird when I smoke weed. Like, I'll start laughing so much that I start crying. Like, you ever do that? Sometimes, like, when I'm with my wife, I'll be laughing so much that I'll start crying. But then I'll start just legit crying. Like, in the middle of me crying for a bit, I'll be like, I remember my relationship with my dad's kind of weird. Enough time's passed, it's funny. 1 minute. Big closer. That's how you're supposed to end it in comedy. And that's why I'm going to kill myself. No, all right. I should have a joke for this, guys, but I am drawing a blank. And it's a terrible feeling. Talk about boobies. I don't think I have any jokes about boobies. I should probably just go away before I tank this anymore. Guys, you've been very wonderful. Thank you so much. If you like my comedy, you can find me on the internet at hiryan.com. That's high like marijuana. Ryan, like my name. Who am I giving this back to? Hey, D. Cruz. Thank you so much. Awkward handshakes with white guy. All right, bye.